Six. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Channel 6. I am Miss Six, of course, and I would like to thank you all for coming back. If you are watching me on YouTube, thank you. If you are listening to me on Spotify, thank you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. I have a very good story for us today. I think I did really good with the research. You know, I had everybody waiting for me to get done doing my research. So thank you guys as well. I appreciate you all. Actually, y'all, I want to start off with a little bit of transparency. I was not going to do an episode this week. I was just really feeling, down. Like, I have this thing with perfection. So basically, when I do something and I put it out, if it doesn't just like blow up overnight, I'm over it. And that's something that I am learning to not do. I'm a perfectionist and I don't have patience. And the way I see it, this is how I wrote it down so I could explain it better. I said, as soon as I plant a seed, the next day I go outside, I expect to see the biggest plant I've ever seen in my life. That is the absolute truth. If the plant is not big, I'm dissatisfied and I stop watering it, which I do. And like I said, I'm working on that. It's so many things over the years that I have started and I didn't finish because I planted a seed and it wasn't growing how I wanted it to. So I stopped watering it. And yeah, that's what I wrote because that's the best way that I can really describe it. But I love this show so much that I am fully committed to watering this plant. I don't want this plant to die. I enjoy coming here. I love coming here. The team is amazing. And they always, make sure to look out for the girl. So I'm going to water this plant. I don't care if it's 10 people watching, 2 people watching, 30 people watching. We're going to rock out with our cocks out, okay? And, I'm really big on the universe, y'all. When I was trying to decide if I was going to do this show or not, I was on Instagram and Mark Morrison had posted that Return of the Mac, if you know, you know, my shit, turned 30 years old this week. And I love that song. I love that song. So when I say Return of the Mac is really a hoot and holler song, when they come, whoa, that is really my song. And I don't know, like, I felt like the universe was just like, girl, like, you have to continue doing your big one. Like, we haven't heard from Mark Morrison in forever. But for some reason, the day that I was feeling down, he announced that it was the 30-year anniversary of his song. Do I love that? Yes. I do love that because I just felt like the universe was talking to me. I listen to that song all the time. And let me tell you something. I do not play when it comes to that song. He made that song for 3 bitches, okay? Let me tell you. The 3 bitches Mark Morrison made that song for, 1, whoever the fuck hurt his feelings. That's 1. 2, the girl that gave him that cat and got him up out of depression. He made that song for her. He made that song for her. He was thanking her. And 3, he made that song letting the bitches know I'm back outside. Everybody better hide. That's what I got from it. And that's my song. And I don't know if y'all, I'm an ad-libs person. Like, he went in. He was going in the whole time. I don't know if y'all was hearing him in the back. You lied to me. That's you have to really get into it. Once again, oh my God. Look, go listen to Mark Morrison. Thank you, Mark. Y'all know I say I believe everybody watching my show. Mark Morrison, thank you for posting Return of the Mac, the day that I really needed a little boost in my spirit. Okay. So last week 2 weeks ago, because we bi-weekly, let me keep that in mind. 2 weeks ago, I did a word of the week. Okay. We're going to do that again because I like that. Our word of the week is allegedly. Just like last 2 weeks ago, It'll come as the episode, but you just keep that in your head. So I just want to start off first with this week on social media. I don't know if y'all have seen, a lot of fast food chain owners were doing burger tastings. It started with McDonald's. McDonald's have a new burger called the Big Arc, and their president did a video of him tasting the burger. Bitch, he only bit the bread. He did not want to bite that burger. So that really kicked off everything because everybody was talking about it on social media. His face, his reaction, it just didn't give I really like it, So, of course, fast food chains, everybody got to do what they got to do. Social media-wise, content, everything is content. Wendy's decides to join the conversation. Their president decided that he wanted to try the Baconator, which is good, I guess. I don't eat Wendy's Baconator, so I can't really give my opinion on that. Burger King president tried the Whopper, and he said it was really good. I don't eat Burger King, so I can't say that either. But what I will say is the only people that should have been up there trying a burger is what's that place? Checkers. Checkers president should have got up there and ate the fuck out of a Big Buford, because you know what? That's my shit. That's my shit. A Big Buford, that Big Buford is taking down any burger, any food chain, any fast food restaurant. Put it up against a Big Buford. You don't got to take nothing off. Now, this is a disclaimer. When I get a Big Buford, I take off the lettuce. No, I actually take off the tomatoes and the pickles because I'm not a tomato and pickle girl. That is very disgusting, and you will never catch me eating tomatoes and pickles. And I actually think that pickles stink, so don't even bring them around me. But if Burger King and all of them could do it, Checkers, y'all could do it too. And if y'all president don't want to do it, call me. I'll have everybody fucking them Big Bufords up, okay? Because I know how to sell it. They probably gonna get some Big Bufords off of just this little piece right here. I'm just saying. So call me. I'll do it. You think I can do it? Exactly. It's always this one hater here. That's why I keep him here. He motivates me. He motivates me to keep going. Because if don't nobody know that I can tear a Big Buford down and I have multiple people eating Big Bufords, it's him. But we don't get credit around here, apparently. And also, I want to give credit to my mom because that's who got meat on the Big Bufords. Hey, boo. Also, let me give y'all a little hint. When you go to Checkers and get your Big Buford, do not get regular fries. Get you some chili cheese fries and a large beverage. That meal right there is just going to rock your world, okay? Believe me. And when you go there, tell them Miss Six sent you, okay? Thank you very much. Next, I want to get into the TSA. At the airports. Apparently, TSA at Tampa International has banned Crocs and pajamas. Now, they say that the Crocs and the pajamas thing was a joke. I don't know if it was really a joke, but this is the official statement that they said. According to Tampa and International, they said, we've seen enough. We've had enough. It's time to ban pajamas at Tampa International Airport. After successfully banning Crocs and giving everyone the amazing opportunity to experience the world's first Crocs-free airport, it's time to take an even larger crisis on pajamas at the airport. Now, the reason I say at the airport like that is because they literally put at airport, period. Don't get me wrong, but whoever on their social media, they might be a little black. Because you know when you talking to somebody black, when they start clapping them hands, they mean serious business. So I feel like this was like a no more pajamas at the airport. That's what I got from it. I don't know. I'm just saying. So anyway, they say, we know this decision could be disruptive to someone in your life. It's time to have a difficult conversation with them. You can do this. They trolling y'all, and I just want y'all to know that. help Tampa International Airport become the world's first Crocs-free and pajama-free airport. They said the madness stops today and the movement starts now. Now listen, they also came back on there and said this was a little jokey joke, but I don't think it was a little jokey joke. They tired of y'all showing up to the airport in Crocs and pajamas. It's trifling. From somebody that used to get on the plane all the time, I will say I'm known for throwing on a sweatpant or two. I'm not saying that I get fully dressed and dolled to go to the airport, but I will not be caught dead at the airport in my pajamas. Hey, what they used to say when we was growing up, they say all the girls in Walmart with them Cookie Monster pajamas on, them pajama pants on, they said y'all was fast. So I'm just saying, the pajama thing, the people that wear pajamas outside, they talk about y'all already. Because they said when you go in Walmart, you're going to see somebody in there with the Cookie Monster pajamas on. I didn't say it, the people did. I don't go in Walmart like that because they don't have Apple Pay. Sorry. So I'm just saying, me personally, the bonnets and stuff, I don't think I never got on a plane with a bonnet. They on a plane with a bonnet? A bonnet or a scarf? They lying. Probably a scarf. I'll give it a scarf. But a bonnet, I'm not a bonnet girl. Please do not believe the hype. We will not be asking him shit else this episode, okay? I do not go with the bonnet. The scarf probably, because, on the way back, if you just had a ball and that lace lifting up a little bit, your African is probably showing, because when you left, you was giving Dominican. You never know. So a scarf on the way back, yes. A scarf on the way there, pajamas on the way there. It just give a little rush. Do I talk about y'all? No, because I'm always minding my business. But, I do hear things, and they be calling y'all stinky. They call y'all stinky. They say y'all look like y'all didn't wash your ass this morning. And I'm just delivering the message. I don't want anyone to be mad at me. These are not words from me. I'm just, this is what I'm here for. This is Channel 6. I'm just here to share all of my information with you guys because I love you guys. Like, where else you gonna get it from? Who else gonna be honest with y'all like me? So, if you can, let's try and get up a little early. Let's lay an outfit out at night. If you have an early flight, I don't know. If your hair not done before you get there and you get your hair, let's get a little shake and go. Our aunties and grandmas had shake and goes. Get your little shake and go. It's nothing wrong with that. Shake and go. Throw that motherfucker on, go to the airport. That's all I got for y'all. Because they said they tired. And honestly, when little stuff like that happen, it start off as a jokey joke, but I truly believe that some airports is truly going to start banning some of the things that y'all wear. So we just want to take into account for that. Ladies, let's start laying our outfits out, and the Crocs, let's just find another sustainable shoe. I've never owned a pair of Crocs either. Y'all said they're really comfortable. I don't know. I can't comment on that. Somebody I do know have Crocs, but like I said, we're not going to ask him shit else this episode. We gonna keep it cute. We don't care about his Crocs because apparently he never cares about anything that we're talking about. So that's that. That's all I have on that. I hope you guys just start getting dressed, going to the airport, and looking cutesy. They say airport outfits matter. Let's talk about it. Put your little cute outfit on. I love y'all. Now, I was on TikTok. Y'all know I love me a good tick. I was looking about this was a week ago. I was looking on TikTok about a week ago of this case, and I really, really, really found it interesting. So y'all know what I had to do. I had to get into the tea. It's a little bit extensive, but I watched the series online. It was only 3 parts. It was 3 hours. Each part was an hour. So I took it upon myself to go and watch all 3 parts and, simmer it down for us so we can really get into it. If you would like to watch it yourself, it is called The Death Cab Murders. So this comes out of Australia, and I hope I am saying the name of the city correctly. It is called Korumburra, as that's what they said. So apparently on August 5th of 2023, reports of a mass poisoning came to a news reporter. Mind you, this didn't even go to the police. This came to a news reporter. After he started getting into the tea, he was like, okay, this is probably pretty serious. Let me call the police. So he calls the police. The documentary starts, they got to be all dramatic. It was just a bunch of people, well, not a bunch of people, but the people they select to get on camera and just talk about little small things. So they said that Korumburra, a small town, is only 6,000 people and everybody knows each other. Why you would do a crime in a city so small, I have no idea. But remember, our word of the week is allegedly. All of this is alleged. So they also goes to say that it's not really like the rest of Australia. They said that when you think of Australia, you think about like the kangaroos and the outback and all the way that Americans explain Australia. Korumburra is something completely different. Like they have really good soil and it's a small town and they have like this little mushroom field and it's all different type of stuff. They just said that it's completely different. It's like their country version inside of the city. So that's how they explained it and broke it down. August 6th is being reported on the news. This is only a day after the reporter gets the phone call. So they moving fast. So mind you, it's a small town. Why would they be moving slow? So they already on it. They getting the information. It's already on the news. They got names and details. July 29th, they have dinner. This is how the news, the documentary breaks down the timeline. July 29th, they have dinner. July 30th, which is only one day after, the whole group is sick and goes to the hospital. By August 4th, 2 of the suspects are dead. 2 already. It's only been 2 days. August 5th, the other person of the group dies. So now that's 3 people. That's a bit scary and it's raising suspicion. And now everybody is trying to figure out what's going on. So August 6th, it's only 1 person left out of all the people that sat and ate the meal that was prepared for them. There's only 1 person left in the ICU, and he goes by Ian Wilkerson. So he's still left. He in the hospital. He fighting for his life. They trying to figure out what's going on. They can't really ask him about what's going on because he vomited everywhere. They like, it's food poisoning. We don't know what's going on. So we just have to let him, get some time. Like we can't storm him right now and see what's going on. We just have to let him go through the works, okay? So he's still in ICU. On Monday, by Monday, August the 7th, Aaron Patterson is being named a suspect of the poisoning. If I didn't mention, Aaron Patterson is the person of interest in this case. She is a 48-year-old woman out of Korumburra, Australia. I don't know if I mentioned that because I was so pressed to get into the story. But yes, that's who we're talking about. We're talking about Aaron Patterson. So they basically give a breakdown on Aaron Patterson. They say she's a stay-at-home mom who's been separated from her husband, Simon, for a number of years. July 29th, she decides to invite her family over, her in-laws over for lunch. This is the part that's not really making sense to me. And I guess this is just like stuff that people do that's not me because it didn't make sense. If we are no longer together, follow me. If we're no longer together, why are you inviting me and my family to your house for lunch? That's odd. I don't know why nobody's antennas was already going up in the first place, but we'll get into that later. So these are the people that she invited. The guest list includes Don and Gail Patterson, which is the husband's parents, Simon. Gail's sister. So this is the husband's mother's sister. Gail's sister and her husband, Heather and Ian Wilkinson, is also invited and in attendance. Ian Wilkinson is also the local pastor of the town. Now, think about that he's the pastor as I'm going through this whole ordeal, because that's it's not some godly things going on, okay? The meal was prepared that day. It was actually beef Wellington. So if you know about beef Wellington, you know beef Wellington is really like a delicacy. They say the only person that can make a good beef Wellington is Gordon Ramsay. Now, I don't know. I don't eat it. But according to the people, beef Wellington is like a really, really, really big thing. I've never had it, but hey, if you had it, put it in the comments. Let me know if I should try it, where I should get it from, who should make it, how I should make it. I don't know, but just let me know. Let me know in the comments, okay? So then, excuse me, you know, it's a small town, like I said, of 6,000 people. So now the word is starting to get, you know, swished around the town. The rumors around the town was that the lunch was planned to discuss the custody of their children and how to move on as a family. Now, that part, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I see nothing wrong with that. If you want to sit down and make me lunch and have a little kiki about the kids, I love that. Let's do peace. Let's have peace. I love that. So, excuse me, I didn't get any bad vibes off of that. When they said that, I was like, okay, cool. So after that, the locals then explained that there are two types of mushrooms that's in the field. Like I said, this is like the country. They have soil fields and everything. They said there are two types of mushrooms. You have the regular mushrooms, and then you have the toadstools. So the toadstools are the mushrooms that they're calling the death caps, because they said there are really, really bad toxins inside of the toadstool. They say it's a European mushroom. So this is not something that, excuse me, came from the U.S. It's a European mushroom that contains amatoxins, which can kill you very quickly. Keep that in mind. The symptoms after ingestion is diarrhea, vomiting, and nausea. So that makes sense as to why they thought it was food poisoning, because just like those are, you know, similar symptoms to food poisoning. I'm not going to be thinking somebody is trying to fucking kill me. I'm going to think that I ate something bad. If we was all together, we're all going to be sick. I don't know. That's just the way that I would think. They said once the liver and the kidney begins to fail, it's a wrap. The mushroom is really going to take you out. There's nothing you can do about it. It's done. Okay. Days go by of reports that these people are in the hospitals. Some of them are dying, and one of them is still in ICU. Intensive care. He's under watch. The news is already out. Okay. What I love about this is the visuals that they was providing. Now, for days, it is reporters sitting outside of her house. She's exiting, and when she's exiting, she's closing her gate. When she comes back, she closes her gate. I don't know how media works, but if you close your gate, does it make it like private property? Like you can't go on the property if the gate is closed? Well, you don't know even. You don't know. Anyway, I don't know how it works. I don't know how trespassing and stuff work, because I'm not the feds. I'm not the feds. So I don't know how that works. But all I do know is the one day that she left that goddamn gate open, baby, they went up in there. And I should have got the name of the one news reporter that was really getting the tea, because the minute that she left that gate open, the way he ran up in there behind her, honey, they should have gave him a raise. They should have gave him a raise. He ran his ass right up in there. And that's what I'm saying. I think it was something about her leaving that gate open that gave them the leeway to go up in there. So anyway, The news reporters, they see that she left the gate open. They storming, honey. They running up in there. They get in there. So the one news reporter, he asking her all these questions. He's like, why did you do it? What happened? Why aren't you sick? X, Y, Z. She is just sitting right there crying, and it's not even a real cry. Like, like how you just cover your face up and you try to pretend like you crying, but you're not really crying. It was one of those situations. And I feel like, sister, if you was gonna get that poor ass performance, you should have just sucked it up and straight faced it. If you ask me. Cause the crime was terrible. I would have just said, fuck it. I ain't do it, and walked in the house. That show that you gave me would have not won you any type of Oscar, none of that. It was really, really bad. Mind y'all, plot twist. Why, in the midst of all of this going on, Ian Wilkinson has healed, honey. He is coming home and he is about to drop the tea to the streets. So let me finish telling y'all. So Ian comes home. They let him get his bed rest in. They don't really give too much about what happened when he came home. They just letting that man rest. So I don't have too much of what was happening with Ian in the meantime and in between time. So she decides that she wants to speak when she gets out of the car, and she's just like, I don't know what happened. I love them so much. Like, I don't really get along with my family. So Ian's mom and dad is like my mom and dad. And I'm sorry, her husband's name is Simon. Simon's parents are like my parents. I love them so much. I would never do anything to harm them. Like, she just giving the whole thing, and nobody is believing it. After they posted that on the news and the news outlets, so many people started getting into the tea. Now they looked it up because you look suspicious. You the only one that's not sick, and you done set out here and get that sad ass performance. So now everybody on your ass. Everybody's making videos about it because they trying to figure out what's going on. And remind y'all, like I said, it's a small town, 6,000 people. The word is traveling really, really fast. So everybody is looking for answers, because it's just like, if it's something out here that's poisoning people, we need to know. It's only 6,000 of us. What the fuck y'all gonna tell us when there's only 200 of us left? Like, we gotta know something. So everybody's panicking. Everybody trying to figure out what's going on. She then goes to say that she bought the mushrooms at an Asian grocery store, and that the kids were not there. And actually, she fed the beef Wellington to her kids after the lunch, and she said that she scraped off the mushrooms. So that's probably not how they got sick. I've never heard of no shit like that before. Whatever you cook with, if you cooking with it, it's inside of the meal. You cannot scrape off no goddamn mushrooms and just say, oh, well, we didn't get sick because we scraped it off. I truly don't believe it works like that. And if a beef Wellington is wrapped up, that means that the mushrooms have to be inside. If you ask me, how the hell you gonna scrape mushrooms out? I don't know. But that's what she said. So on November 3rd, 3 months after the lunch, the police conduct a search of her house. She gets interrogated, and hours later, she is charged. Now, this was a little bit, I don't know. I feel like in Australia, stuff was just working a little bit different, because they said that she was charged and then they put out the counts and everything. I don't really know how that works, and I don't know if I missed something in the meantime and in between time, but I thought you had to have like a lot of evidence and stuff to charge someone. From my understanding of the documentary that I watched, when they searched her home, they didn't find anything. So I don't know. But anyway, they said the charges were 3 counts of murder, 1 count of attempted murder, because remind you, Ian is still alive. And then 4 counts of murder for trying multiple times over the years to kill her husband. Now, that's going to come up later on, but that's what really makes the story juicy. Because, tell me this. If you tried to kill me, Simon, myself, your husband, multiple times, why in the fuck would me and my family come have lunch with you? Why? And then the next question is, why you not saying nothing? Because if she tried to kill your ass back then, what makes you think she not gonna try to kill you now? We have to turn these on. We have to turn these on. It's getting bad. It's getting bad. Like, we really have to turn our brains on. Okay, so August 29th. Now we're on August 29th, 2025. We are in 2025. They dropped the charges due to lack of evidence. That's what I said. Y'all didn't find anything. So how she got charged in the first place, I have no idea, y'all. I said right there, I was paying attention. I never heard the part about why she was charged because they never found nothing in the house. Like I said, maybe Australia, rules and stuff are different. I don't know. Their laws, I don't know. So that's just where we at with it. April 29th of 2025, they dropped the charges due to lack of evidence. So fast forward, May 1st, 2025. Even though they dropped the charges, the husband, Simon, he's still taking it to trial. So, of course. So, May 1st, 2025, this is the third day of the trial. Why they skipped to the third day, I have no idea. It must not have been no interesting shit happening in the first and second day. I don't know. But that's this. Follow me. I'm going with the documentary. May 1st, 2025, third day of the trial. Simon testifies in court. Now, remind y'all, Simon is the husband. He's still alive. He testifies in court and he reveals things changed in 2022 after he filed his taxes as separated. Now, I don't know how your people get down when it comes to taxes, but black people do not fuck around when it comes to them taxes. Now, I don't know who sis know, but somebody told her when you put separated on them goddamn taxes, that money started getting a little funny. So she was pissed about that. And I would have been pissed too, because don't mess with my funds. So hey, I ain't giving no passes, but I'm just saying, don't mess with my money. On top of that, they said that she was also upset because she didn't get invited to his mother's 70th birthday lunch. I don't know what the fuck it is with them and lunch, but that's what she said. That's what he said. He was having a lunch for his mom. She didn't get invited, and she was very upset about it. Why she was upset, I don't know, because according to him, they were separated. But you know how men do. They string you along. Together, not together. Married, not married. I love you, I don't love you. I like you, I hate you. It's the same thing. So we already know, we already know how that get down. So then he goes to say, over the span of 2021 through 2022, he describes multiple instances where he became very ill after meals she prepared for him. So let's rewind. Remember, I told y'all earlier that she was charged with attempted murder because over the years, she kept trying to kill this man. Also, like I said earlier, if you know this, why are you not telling your family so they will not go over there and eat the food? I don't know. Like that's the only thing that's pissing me off about this story. Simon, you dead fucking wrong. You should have said something. Your people probably could still be alive, but we don't know. I'm just saying. So, after that, he then reveals that the night before he texts her and he said that he was not going to come to the lunch because he felt uncomfortable. Okay, cool. If you felt uncomfortable, that's perfectly okay. But I truly believe that you should have told your family as well that you were not fucking coming, especially if this is a meeting regarding the mediation of your kids and how y'all about to co-parent and stuff like that. I think that that's something that should have been displayed to the rest of the group, but that's just me. Like I said, that's just me. After that, the prosecution then brings up her Facebook group. Now, I really like this part of the story, honey, because the people in the Facebook group was given the tea. So first of all, her Facebook group originated because they were looking at a case of Kelly Lane. The Facebook group was called Keep Kelly Lane Behind Bars. And, they doing exactly what the people in the documentary was doing. They getting the information, they talking to people, they basically trying to figure out what happened in this case. Because if you don't know, or if you haven't heard, Kelly Lane is a woman that was accused of killing her child, and her child never showed up. Like, the child is still missing and the child was never found. So you in this group of Facebook people that you don't know, she don't know any of these people. Y'all are all in this group and y'all trying to figure out a true crime murder, and you're committing true crime, allegedly. Now, this is where I say, stop hanging around with goddamn strangers and stuff. Now, the part that gagged me was the lady said out of the group, when they first found out what was going on, somebody in the group said, "Oh my gosh, this is Erin. All we talked about was murder." Yes, that's why she's in there. She loves that shit. She loves it. She in there talking about y'all. She's in there talking with y'all, and she's talking about murder because she's trying to do her own murder. See, this is why you got to stop talking to strangers. Now, I'm not against the Facebook group. The people in the group seem pretty chill to me, but I'm just saying, you got to know who you're talking to. You got to know who you're talking to. Because if I ever found out that I'm in a Facebook group and I've been talking to a murderer the whole time, I'm scared. Delete the whole Facebook. I'm not even joking. Delete the whole Facebook. This is some serious shit. Now, this should be a warning to y'all. Stay out them chat rooms. If you get in the goddamn book club, know the people in the book club. Let's start knowing people. Let's start gaining community. Because they said when she got mad, honey, she was getting a little spicy. They said she wasn't a good friend when she was angry. But y'all would have known that if y'all would have known her before. See, you gotta put two and two together. You gotta put two and two together. All right. So after that, they basically just go through the motions. Her Facebook group friend saying that she wasn't a good friend. When she got angry with them, she would throw stuff back in their face. One of the ladies was saying that she will always comment on her marriage and X, Y, and Z. So they get through with that. That's already raising a lot of red flags because you're in a group on Facebook talking about murder. It's a lot of correlation there, okay? So they done with the Facebook people. Ian Wilkerson is alive, honey. He's alive. He's out the hospital, and they is finally getting into him. Now, they said that when they called him to trial, they was on there talking about they was going to give this man a flag. We do entirely too much. We do too much. We do too much. That man do not need a flag. He already the pastor. Like, come on, y'all. He don't need a flag. But anyway. Ian Wilkerson is brought on stand. Now, they asked him to come on stand and explain how the invitation came about. He said that Aaron asked his wife at church. So this was after church. She walked up to them and she wanted to invite them to lunch. She said that she wanted to, just have a mediation meeting regarding the kids. And then out of nowhere, she just said that she had medical information to share with them, which will be revealed later. Then he goes to say everyone ate from a gray plate except Erin. Hers was orange. Y'all, we have to turn these on. Is no fucking way I'm going to go to your house. Everybody is eating off a gray plate and your ass is eating off of a pink plate. Why? Pink, orange, green, yellow, I don't give a damn. You should have been eating off a gray plate because I observe a lot of stuff. I'm about to start asking questions. Why your plate not gray? What's so special about your meal? That's the person I am. Like, what's tea? What's so special about your plate that you have a different plate than us? But like I said, this is me. I'm not them. This is me. So that raised flags right there to the whole jury because it's just like, what's up with that? Like, why is your plate all, colorful and stuff and everybody else had a great plate? That's already a red flag. After that, he said that she had disclosed to them at the end of the lunch that she has ovarian cancer. That's pretty heavy. That's where he ended it, and they didn't go into detail about that. So they then asked him, like, just give us the overview of the night once you left the lunch, like exactly what was happening. So he then goes to say 12 hours later, him and his wife, they said they start to feel ill, and they decide, okay, enough is enough. We've been sitting in here. We got to go to the hospital. So they go to the hospital. Once again, here you go, Simon. You pissing me off. Simon hears about that lunch and them being sick. He then calls his doctor and tells the doctor, well, let me go ahead and let you know about the previous times that I think that she tried to poison me. Now, see, that's what I'm saying. Earlier, y'all probably thought, oh, well, maybe he just didn't say. No, it ain't no fucking reason that man did not tell them people not to go over there and eat that goddamn beef Wellington. It's no reason. It's no reason. He should have said something. So, y'all see why I'm pissed off with Simon? Let me calm down, child. Let me calm down. So then they say, after he called the doctor, now is raising red flags. His doctor calls the physician that's seeing Ian and his wife at the hospital because they're still there. They're bedside, side by side. This lady, Erin, decides that she's going to show up to the hospital and say that she's feeling ill. Now, another red flag that was raised, they said she gets to the hospital. They have her literally like a couple feet away from Ian and Heather, his wife, that are very sick, and you just fed them at your home 12 hours ago. They said she didn't approach them at all. She didn't say, hey, you okay? You need some water? Kiss my ass. She didn't say none of that. She didn't say anything. So, once again, raising suspicion. These people got sick at your house. Why are you not checking on them? I don't know. But let's keep the ball rolling. I don't know. So an hour later, they says that she comes back. Why she come back, I don't know. Because they said when she originally left, she was going against the doctor's orders. They told her not to leave. If she was possibly poisoned, they need to run tests and need to give her all the information. And she just wasn't for it. She said, I'm leaving, and I'm leaving now. At the hospital, they cannot force you to stay. So she signed discharge papers, and they let her leave. An hour later, she comes back. Why? They don't know. So that's the end of Ian's testimony. He's done with it. He gets off. This lady, on June 2nd of 2025, she decides to testify. Erin Patterson decides to get up there and testify. She was up there saying a whole bunch of nothing. It was a bunch of background stuff, and I guess she was trying to do the sympathy thing, the sympathy vote, if we shall say. But it wasn't working, and the people really wasn't going for it. So basically, to sum up everything that she said that was important to me, she said, after she bought the mushrooms, she tried them herself, which is why she didn't believe that the mushrooms were dangerous. Do I believe her? Hell no, girl. You would have tried them mushrooms, your ass would have been clocked out with everybody else. That's just me. Like I said, this is just me. So she lied about her health as well. She does not have cancer. There was never any cancer in sight. The reason that she told them that she had cancer is because she was worried about how they would think her appearance would look, because she wanted to get a gastric bypass. Now, if you're unfamiliar, a gastric bypass is a weight loss surgery. So that's pretty sick to get a weight loss surgery and say, you know what, I'm just going to tell everybody I got cancer. That's some fucked up thinking. But that's what she did. That's what she said. And the police was going along with it too. Because when they searched her laptop and they searched her computer, she was searching up cures for cancer and how to do this and how to do that. But comes to find out, she just wanted information. She just wanted information to add on and tell them that she was lying. So She wanted a gastric bypass for the weight loss, and she didn't want anyone to know about her appearance. And then the explanation that she gave about the dinner plates was that she gave everybody else gray plates, and she gave herself the painted plate because it was the one that was painted by one of her children. Bold-faced fucking lie. But hey, like I said, the jury is eating it up. The jury is eating it up. They obtained all of the information, and they said that it was only 5 jurors up there. By the time she got done with all that bullshit, y'all, the jury just wasn't having it. It went on for 46 days. Trial day 46 is July 7th, 2025. Every juror voted guilty. Of course, I don't see why they wouldn't. Like, hello. All of the proof was there. All of the proof was there. And according to the people, her sentencing was life. She got life. Eligible for parole in 2056. 2056, you do the math. It's 2026. That's 30 years from now. This happened when that lady was 48. She's going to be old and crusty by the time she get out. She will not be serving another motherfucking beef Wellington, and she will not be poisoning nobody else. Now, like I said in the beginning, if you want to go watch it, it's called The Death Cap Murders. Go watch that. I highly recommend it. I actually don't know where you can watch it at because I got me a little bootleg website that I watch on, and am I going to disclose? No, y'all gonna get my shit shut down. So no, I'm not gonna disclose where I watched it at. Google it. See what platforms is on. I don't know. That's the best information I got for you, but I'm not gonna disclose where I boost my movies from, you know? So that's all I got for us today, y'all. I seen that and I just really had to get into that tea real quick. You know me. I'm nosy, so I'm going to have something for us in the next 2 weeks. Don't even worry about it. As soon as I get in the house, honey, I'm going to be searching because I love this. I'm getting into my bag, Amar. You see me? You see me? Yeah, you see me. So I'll see y'all in 2 weeks. I love you guys. If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do the same thing if you're listening to me on Spotify. And you know, I gotta start telling the people on Spotify what I got on because they can't see me. So today I have on a cute little orange giddy up. I have on some white New Balance that I'm not going to put in the camera, honey, because they all white. I done ran these babies down to the ground, okay? And I got a little orange headband on. I think I look real cutesy. So if you listening, just, you know, picture that in your head and like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye. Talk your shit, sis.